So what's this? The taster's choice moment between guys?
This is really nice. You got a thing for swans? Is this like a fetish? It's something like maybe we need to devote some time to?
There is nothing gushy about the scene. There's no music swelling in the background. There's nothing overly emotional. It's just two people sitting on a bench and one of them is about to crack the other person open. Robin Williams' character, Sean, he doesn't argue, he doesn't get angry, he just sees straight through Will and is able to call him on the one thing that he's been hiding behind his entire life, his mind, his intelligence. Let's watch the scene.
I thought about what you said to me the other day, about my painting. Stayed up half the night thinking about it. Something occurred to me. I fell into a deep, peaceful sleep and haven't thought about you since. You know what occurred to me?
No.
You're just a kid. You don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about.
Why, thank you.
It's all right. You've never been out of Boston.
Nope.
So if I asked you about art, you'd probably give me the skinny on every art book ever written. Michelangelo. I know a lot about him. Life's work, political aspirations, him and the Pope, sexual orientation, the whole works, right? I bet you can't tell me what it smells like in the Sistine Chapel. You've never actually stood there and looked up at that beautiful ceiling. Seen that. If I ask you about women, you'd probably give me a syllabus of your personal favorites. You may have even been laid a few times. But you can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy. You're a tough kid. I ask you about war, you'd probably throw Shakespeare at me, right? Once more into the breach, dear friends. But you've never been near one. You've never held your best friend's head in your lap and watch him gasp his last breath looking to you for help. I ask you about love, you'd probably quote me a sonnet. But you've never looked at a woman and been totally vulnerable. Known someone that could level you with her eyes. Feeling like God put an angel on earth just for you. Who could rescue you from the depths of hell. And you wouldn't know what it's like to be her angel. To have that love for her be there forever. Through anything. Through cancer. And you would know about sitting up in a hospital room for 2 months, holding her hand, because the doctors could see in your eyes that the terms visiting hours don't apply to you. You don't know about real loss, because that only occurs when you love something more than you love yourself. I doubt you've ever dared to love anybody that much. I look at you, I don't see an intelligent, confident man. I see a cocky, scared, shitless kid. But you're a genius, Will. No one denies that. No one could possibly understand the depths of you. But you presume to know everything about me because you saw a painting of mine. You ripped my fucking life apart. You're an orphan, right? Do you think I'd know the first thing about how hard your life has been? How you feel? Who you are? Because I read Oliver Twist? Does that encapsulate you? Personally, I don't give a shit about all that, because you know what? I can't learn anything from you. I can't read in some fucking book. Unless you want to talk about you, who you are. Then I'm fascinated. I'm in. But you don't want to do that, do you, sport? You're terrified of what you might say. Your move, Chief.
That scene hits really hard. Now let's go through all the vocab and the references from faintest idea to once more into the breach and cocky, so we can better understand the scene.
You're just a kid. You don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about.
Why, thank you.
To not have the faintest idea about something means to know absolutely nothing about something. It emphasizes a total lack of knowledge or understanding. He stood frozen at the open hood of the car, and he didn't have the faintest idea what he was looking at.
If I asked you about art, you'd probably give me the skinny on every art book ever written.
To give someone the skinny on something means to give up all the juicy details about a certain topic or subject. It's quite informal and is often used between friends when they just want to get the latest update about something interesting. He gave me the skinny on everything that happened at the party.
Life's work, political aspirations, him and the Pope, sexual orientation, the whole works, right?
Sexual orientation refers to a person's romantic or sexual feelings to another person, whether it's bisexual, heterosexual, homosexual, whatever it may be. It's often used when talking about a person's identity, and obviously it's not a place where people should be judging others. He felt safe coming out at university where people respected his sexual orientation. The whole works refers to everything included, the entire package. So when you want to get some information out of someone and you want the whole works, it just means give me everything you've got. She ordered the deluxe burger with the whole works, fries, soda, and a dessert.
I bet you can't tell me what it smells like in the Sistine Chapel.
The Sistine Chapel is a famous and beautiful chapel in Vatican City. Its roof was painted by Michelangelo. It's often used to symbolize art, beauty, and awe-inspiring human achievement. He stood in silence beneath the Sistine Chapel, overwhelmed by its beauty.
If I ask you about women, probably give me a syllabus of your personal favorites.
A syllabus is an outline or a list of topics in a course. Sean uses it here quite humorously to refer to a detailed list of favorites. He opened his journal and rattled off a full syllabus of Tarantino films, complete with rankings and trivia.
Once more into the breach, dear friends.
This is a quote from Shakespeare, meaning, let's go into battle again. It is used to show courage or an effort when there's a lot of risk. It is obviously used in a lot of literary type situations. We're understaffed and tired, but hey, once more into the breach.
You've never held your best friend's head in your lap and watch him gasp his last breath looking to you for help.
To gasp means to suddenly take a breath rather desperately, usually when someone is in shock or struggling to breathe. He gasped for air as the cold water closed in around him.
I ask you about love, probably quote me a sonnet.
A sonnet is a 14-line poem, usually about love and with a very specific structure. It is often referenced in classical literature and of course in the works of Shakespeare. He quoted a Shakespearean sonnet to express how he felt about her.
But you've never looked at a woman and been totally vulnerable.
To be vulnerable means to be open to emotional hurt or harm, to let your guard down. It is common in emotional or romantic situations. She looked vulnerable sitting alone in the hospital, wringing her hands.
I've known someone that could level you with her eyes.
To level someone with your eyes means to emotionally overwhelm them or disarm them with a single look. This is quite a poetic way of saying that you've been absolutely taken by someone. She didn't have to say a word. She leveled him with her eyes.
I see a cocky, scared, shitless kid.
Someone who is cocky is overconfident, arrogant, and basically just thinks they know everything. It's often used to describe young people with talent, but not a lot of humility. He walked into the meeting acting all cocky, like he already had the job. To be scared shitless means to be absolutely terrified. It's an informal, vulgar phrase that shouldn't be used in formal contexts. I was scared shitless before my first stage performance.
But you presume to know everything about me because you saw a painting of mine. You ripped my fucking life apart.
To presume means you think you know something, but you don't actually have all the facts. So it can be a little bit arrogant when you're assuming something about another person's experience because you don't really know how they feel. Don't presume someone's poor just because they're wearing old clothes and riding a bus.
Do you think I'd know the first thing about how hard your life has been, how you feel, who you are, because I read Oliver Twist?
Oliver Twist is a famous novel by Charles Dickens about an orphan boy living in 19th century England. It is often used as a symbol for hardship, poverty, or that classic orphan story. Just because I'm an orphan doesn't mean my life is like Oliver Twist.
Does that encapsulate you?
To encapsulate means to sum up or represent the essence of something. It is often used in writing where one idea can reflect a bigger idea. The crowd cheering together seemed to encapsulate the entire message of the movie. Now, step into Sean's role using the teleprompter and practice the entire monologue. This is your opportunity not just to practice pronunciation, fluency, but also emotional truth, timing, and presence. It's your move, Chief.
All right, thank you. Oh.
Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoy lessons like these, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can start living English through film and TV. I apologize for the different background today. I'm actually in China working on a film project, juggling time zones and dodgy VPNs and Wi-Fi, but I'll be back home soon in Cape Town where things will be a little more stable. Thanks again for watching, yes, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.